Okay, so hi everyone. So in this video, we are going to solve RTP of Cost and Management Accounting for May 2021. Hmm. Before we start, let me tell you a few points. First of all, I'm going to speak mostly in English. So if anyone does not know Hindi, then it is okay. If I speak something in Hindi, I'll translate. अगर मैं कुछ हिंदी में बोला तो translate करूंगा. तो जिनको हिंदी आता है नहीं आता है does not matter. You can watch the video. Second point, RTPs are revision test papers. They are supposed to be solved. Many students do what? They just read the question, go through the answer and say, okay, we have read it, now we can solve it in exam. That does not happen. That is revision test paper. So you must solve it by yourself first, then only you have to come here. Fine. Third, they have already given answers. So why are we discussing this? So they have given the answers, but we'll see how to approach them logically. We are not going to solve full answers, like we are not going to present properly and everything. We are just going to see how to logically approach and reach the answer. We are going to reach the final answer obviously, but like in a faster way, like considering all the points, not we are not going to present properly and everything like that. But just concept समझना, you have to understand the concept and how to solve the question. Because costing में most of the students face this problem, where to start. इतना सारा है, start कहाँ से करें, right? So that should not happen. Next point is those who are currently in my regular batch, हम हमारे regular batch में जो already है, so for November 2021 you can watch material and labor right now. बाकी का अभी मत देखो because we have only covered material and labor till now. Fine. One more point, they have made a few mistakes in their solutions in RTPs. Okay, we'll correct those. I'll tell you also कि कहाँ पे mistake हुआ है, but it is okay. Other than that, this RTP is a very good one. There are some really good questions and some simple questions also. Okay, so we'll see what mistakes they have made and we'll correct them, but understand that we have to study it logically. So let's start with first part. पहले 3-4 questions करते हैं इस first video में. Let's start with material cost. Very good question. EOQ with opening stocks. Let's start. A Limited produces a product X. So product means their finished product using raw material D. So this is the raw material. To produce 1 unit of X, 4 kg of D is required. So 4 kg input gives us 1 unit of output. Fine. As per sales forecast conducted by the company, it will be able to sell 20,000 units of X in the coming year. That means coming year में their sale of finished product is going to be 20,000 X का. Following information is given related to raw material D. ROQ is 400 kgs less than EOQ. That means they are not ordering at EOQ, they are ordering at 400 less. Maximum consumption per day is 40 kgs more than average consumption per day. So what if we get average? So plus 40 will be maximum consumption, and then obviously minus 40 will be minimum consumption, right? Okay, this is an opening stock of 2000 kgs of raw material, obviously, because this is about raw material. Time required to get raw material from supplier, that is lead time, is 4 to 8. Purchase price is 250. Okay, opening stock of 1800 units of finished product. This is finished product opening stock. And carrying cost of inventory, company has to incur 1340 on paper documentation, so ordering cost. Fine. Find out ROQ, which must be EOQ minus 400, maximum level, minimum level, and impact on profitability by not ordering it EOQ. ठीक है. Don't forget this. 300 देके भी 365 लिया. If you still take 365, you will not get marks because your answers are going to be different. Now to approach this, there is so many data given. Let's start one by one. ROQ. For ROQ, what do we need? EOQ. For EOQ, what do we need? Three things: annual requirement, ordering cost, carrying cost. Let's start with annual requirement. Chalo. First is ROQ. In that, let's start with annual requirement. Now, they have not given how much raw material is required annually, but they have given, see, they have given only one information on annual basis, which is this. So we have to use it. We can sell 20,000 units in the coming year. ठीक है. So estimated sale is 20,000 units. अब एक यूनिट के लिए we need 4 kgs of input, but that does not mean we will need into 4 kgs because we don't have to produce 20,000 kgs. We already have something in stock. There is some opening stock of finished product which is, as per the question, 1800 units. Okay, So 1800 units we don't have to produce. So obviously we will not need raw material again. We have already produced them in last year, right? So 20,000 minus 1800, 18,200 is what we have to produce. So this is units to be produced. Those who have studied budget, chapter budget से ऐसा ही है. For this raw material required to be consumed, to be used or consumed. Raw material required to be used or consumed will be this into 4 now, right? So that is 70 to 800 kgs. But still this is not our answer, because even this is not what we have to purchase. EOQ is what ROQ or EOQ is, order quantity. For order quantity we need to see how much we need to order, that is how much we need to purchase. So we already have some opening stock. How much opening stock do we have? 2000 kgs of raw material, if you see this point number 3. So 2000 kgs, let's deduct from this. So we need to produce only, we need to purchase only 72,800 kgs. So raw material to be purchased. And always remember, EOQ के लिए we need purchase requirement, not consumption requirement. So now EOQ is easy. I am not writing formula. Like I said, presentation you can do. 2 into annual requirement of purchase into ordering cost per order, which was 1340, I guess. Yes. Into carrying cost will be what? Purchase price ka 14% will be blocked. So 250 into 14% divided by 250 into 14%. Check how much is that? 2328 kgs. This is EOQ, but this is not our answer. Our ROQ is 400 less. So it will be 2328 minus 400 kgs, which will be 1928 kgs. So 1928 kgs is our ROQ, which is our first question ka answer. Let's go to second part. Second part is maximum stock level. For maximum stock level, we need ROL plus ROQ minus minimum consumption into minimum lead time, right? Of this, we already have ROQ, we already have minimum lead time. This is we don't have, this we don't have. So ROL and minimum consumption करता है, but ROL के लिए we'll need average consumption and maximum consumption, right? So let's first try to find consumption. Average consumption. Now this is where they have made a mistake in module. Let me tell you what. Average, see, lead time is in days. That means consumption also needs to be per day. What is annual consumption? Annual consumption. Consumption is requirement of production. For production is this, not this. So 72,800 is to be consumed during the year, used during the year, divided by 300 days are there in the year. So average consumption per day is 72,800 by 300, which is 242.6666 kgs. In their solution, they have taken 70,800, which is wrong. A similar question is there in past practice manual also, बहुत पुराने इसमें, वहाँ पे they have done it correctly with different figures. Here they have made some mistake, but it is okay, we can ignore it. So this is average consumption. So obviously maximum consumption will be this plus 40. So 242.6666 plus 40 is 282.6666. And minimum consumption will be what? This minus 40. So 202.6666. Now we can find ROL also and minimum consumption. Also we have found it, I mean, already. So ROL is what? Maximum consumption, which is 282.666 into maximum lead time. Maximum lead time question say they have given 4 to 8 days, that means 8 is maximum. So ROL is what? 282.6666 into 8 days, which is 2261 kgs. Round it off, 2261. Now we can find maximum level easily. Maximum level, we have the formula ROL plus ROQ. ROQ we have just calculated 1928 minus minimum consumption we have just calculated into minimum lead time, that is going to be 4 days. ये पहले वाला. So this is going to be maximum stock level. What will it be? 2261 plus 1928 m plus 202.666 into 4, 3378. That should be your answer. Let me just verify once again. Correct, 3378 kg is the maximum stock level. This answer is going to differ from their answer slightly. That is okay. Next is minimum stock level. Minimum stock level is easy now. We have everything, right? Minimum stock level is what? ROL minus average consumption into average lead time. ROL is what? We have just calculated 2261 minus average consumption, which was 242.666, into average lead time. Lead time was 4 to 8, right? So average will be what? 6. So it will be 242.6666 into 6. 805 should be the minimum stock level, 805 kgs. Fine. Fourth part now, our answer will match with theirs because that has nothing to do with ROL. Calculate impact on profitability by not ordering at EOQ. Always present this in table format. EOQ, ROQ. What is their quantity? EOQ was 2328. But ROQ is only 1928. Okay. Now we can find number of orders. Number of orders will be annual requirement. Annual purchase requirement was 70,800. इतना हमें total order करना है 7,800 divided by this first one, right? Because कितने orders, कितने बार order place करना पड़ेगा? How many times we'll have to order? 70,800 divided by 2328 is 30.41. So we have to take 31 orders. Round up always. Again 70,800 divided by 1928 is 36.72. So take 37 orders. Always round up. Rounded up. Next, so we can find ordering cost. Ordering cost will be this number 2 into 1340, right? Because it was 1340 per order. So 31 into 1340 is 41,540 and 37 into 1340 is 49,580. Then let's find carrying cost. Carrying cost. Carrying cost is what? ROQ by 2. ROQ by 2 into carrying cost per unit per annum, which was 250 ka 14% if you remember, right? So in first case, we'll do this by 2, 2328 by 2 into 250 ka 14%, which gives us 40,740. And in second case, we'll have to do this by 2, 1928 by 2 into 250 ka 14%, which gives us 33,740. Let's take totals. This comes to be 83,320 and this comes to be 82,280. Total cost. Total inventory cost. We are not taking purchase cost because that is anyway same. So what is the difference? Impact on profit because of not ordering at EOQ is we are incurring extra cost of 1040 rupees. That is the answer. That was the first question. First part they have done, so second ROL part they have done a bit wrong, but that is okay. Otherwise it is a very good question. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Let's go to next one. Labor, employee cost. Again, हमारे question bank वाला question JBL. From an old module, they have changed the figures. JBL Sisters operates a boutique which works for various fashion houses and retail stores. It has employed 26 workers and pays them on time rate basis. On an average, an employee is allowed 8 hours for boutique work on a piece of garment. So that is standard hours allowed per unit, 8 hours. In month of December 2020, two workers M and J were given 15 pieces and 21 pieces of garments respectively for boutique work. Following are the details of their work assigned and time taken. Concentrate. एक यूनिट के लिए they are allowed 8 hours. That means M को जो 15 units were allotted, for that her or his standard hours, actually in original question their names are Margaret and Jennifer, that is why I'm saying her. Original is old PM, old practice manual. So standard hours for actual output will be for M 15 pieces into 8, right? Because 8 are allowed per hour, so 15 into 8 is 120. And for J, it will be 21 into 8, which is 168. Whereas actual hours taken are 100 and 140. That means they have saved some time. So time saved will be, I'm writing in short forms. Don't write in short forms in exam. Time saved is 20 and 28 hours. Workers are paid bonus as per Halsey system. The existing rate of wages is 60 per hour. As per new wage agreement, workers will be paid 72 per hour with effect from 1st January 2021. So currently wage rate is 60, new wage rate is 72. At the end of month of December 2020, the accountant of the company has wrongly calculated wages to these two workers taking 72. Why wrongly? Because change was from January. He has taken this from December itself, which is wrong, right? So that means he has made a mistake in calculation of rate. That means we might have paid them more wages. अब more wages pay किए मतलब वापस लेंगे क्या wages जाके? तो maybe not, right? Maybe we cannot take wages back. We cannot say कि नहीं extra दिए वापस दे दो. Most probably in case of workers who are working on per unit basis will not be able to do that, right? So assuming that will not be able to take it back, they are asking calculate loss incurred due to incorrect rate selection. Fine. Let's try to calculate. What is formula of Halsey? Halsey is what? First basic is same. Time taken into time rate. Plus 50% of time saved into time rate, right? So M and J we have. Let's make a table here on the, or let's say here. M, J. I'm just writing all the figures first. Time taken, which is actual hours. Time allowed, which is standard hours for actual output. And time saved, which is B minus A. We have already written it. Standard hours were 120 and 168. Actual hours were 100 and 140. So time saved was 20 hours and 28 hours. Now let's see correct rate first. Correct rate was 60 per hour. So according to correct rate, now constant rate will Halsey wages be like this. Halsey wages for correct rate. Concentrate very carefully. For correct rate, they will be time taken, that is actual hours, into time rate. Time rate, that is point number D, plus 50% of time saved, which is point number C, into time rate, which is point number D. So let's do that. 100 into 60 M plus, and 20 ka 50% into 60 M plus, that gives us 6600 here. And for J, it is 140 into 60 M plus, and 28 ka 50% into 60 M plus, that gives us 9240. This is for correct rate. Now wrong rate is what? Wrong rate is 72. So Halsey wages for wrong rate, Halsey wages for wrong rate will be, now just we have to take this rate, that's it. So I'm not writing again. Now it will be what? Actual hours 100 into 72 M plus, and time saved 20 cut 50% into 72 M plus, that is 7920 if you check. And this one J, it will be 140 into 72 M plus, and 28 ka 50% into 72 M plus, that gives us 11,088. That means because of wrong rate, loss kitna hua? Loss due to wrong rate. We paid them extra, right? So what is loss due to wrong rate? That is this G minus this E, right? So that is 7920 minus 6,600, 1320 in this case, and 11,088 minus 9240, which is 1848 in this case. This is loss due to Halsey. That's it. In second part, they have asked loss due to row 1. That also we can easily calculate. Loss incurred due to incorrect rate selection had row 1 scheme of bonus payment been followed. We can do that also. Now there is one more way to do this. Dekho, we could directly have taken rate as 72 minus 60 and then did the calculation. Because anyway we have paid them 12 rupees extra, right? So we could have directly taken 12 as the rate and did the calculation. So for row 1, let's do that directly. For row 1, let's directly calculate loss under row 1. What is formula of row 1? Actual hours into time rate plus. Now time rate will take what? In time rate, actual hours is point number A, into time rate will now take only difference, that is 12 rupees, because we are directly calculating the loss. Plus, or you can do it like this also, that is also fine, you'll get same answer. Plus time saved. Time saved is what? 20 and 28. Time saved, so plus 20 and 28 we have to into actual hours upon standard hours into AH upon SH multiplied by time rate. So we'll take time saved. Time saved was point number C into actual hours divided by standard hours multiplied by again 12 rupees. So we'll take only difference. So let's try this. Concentrate green में लिख रहा हूँ मैं 100 का 12 rupees 100 into 12 m plus. Then time saved is 20 into actual hours by standard hours, that is into 100 by 120 into again difference 12 rupees m plus. If you press MRC you get 1400 as the difference loss. And in second case 140 into 12 first plus time saved 28 into actual hours upon standard hours, so 140 by 168 into 12, that gives us 1960. So this is loss as per row 1. In next point actually they have also asked कि कितना extra loss होगा. Calculate loss or saving if row 1 scheme had been followed. So अगर row 1 scheme follow किया होता, if we had followed row 1 scheme, so extra loss होता, right? There is extra loss. So extra loss in row 1 will be 80 rupees here, and here it is 1960 minus 1848, that is 112 rupees here. So the extra loss under row 1. Next point will not solve both the theory here, you can write it, but just understand. Discuss suitability of row 1 scheme. Now the problem is carefully. Row 1 scheme is good when hours saved are too much, when too much time is saved. Because when too much time is saved, under row 1 scheme, workers can never double their payment. Whereas under Halsey scheme, they can double their payment, nearly double their payment, right? So the problem is row 1 can be used if time saved is too high. Ideally what happens is under incorrect rate row 1 will give us less loss, row 1 में कम loss आएगा. But the problem is यहाँ पे तो extra ही loss आ रहा है, because यहाँ पे what has happened is they changed the figures, but they have not changed their answer to theory question. If you see in their solution, okay, let's just go to it. Concentrate. Where is it? See 8112 they have got. They have changed the figures from original question, but they are saying if rate setting department commits any mistake in setting standards, the loss incurred will be relatively low under row 1 system, which is correct, but यहाँ पे it is not happening, right? So that is contradictory. What is given here and what is given here is not matching. Why? Because here time saved is not that much. If time saved increases even more, then this statement will be true. So ideally what you should write, if rate setting department commits any mistake, the loss incurred will be relatively low for higher time saved. If time saved is lower, then this is not true. Because यहाँ पे दिख रहा है loss तो ज़्यादा आ रहा है row 1 में. Row 1 loss is more, right? Fine. And this point I already said, row 1 में they can never like increase their wages by too much, so it does not affect their efficiency. They will also maintain their speed. Fine. So that was the second question. Third is on overheads. Again, this is a simple one. Overheads absorption costing method. Again, in their solution, they have made some mistake in writing total figures. In some cases, they have taken total figures for all machines, which is wrong. I'll tell you. First, let's solve it ourselves. A manufacturing unit has purchased and installed a new machine at a cost of 24,90,000 to its fleet of 5 existing machines. Now I am going to solve it here only, not going to present. You should present it properly. New machine has estimated life of 12 years and expected to realize 97 as scrap value. You should always read the last point first. Compute the machine hour rate. So okay, we have to compute machine hour rate. So let's start with each cost one by one. You should always bifurcate cost into running and standing. Okay, running and standing. First is depreciation, right? This useful life is given, that means depreciation. Depreciation can be taken in running cost also or standing cost also. Ideally take it in standing cost because we are doing it on the basis of number of years and not on the basis of number of units. So let's say standing mein, let's add first cost depreciation. Everyone knows, I hope, cost minus salvage value divided by number of years, right? So depreciation per annum will be 24,90,000 minus 90,000 divided by 12 years, that is coming to be 2 lakhs. For one machine only, we are doing this for one machine only. Next, other relevant data. Budgeted working hours are 2496 based on 8 hours per day for 312 days. 312 into 8 is correct, 2496. Plant maintenance work is carried out on weekends when production is totally halted. Estimated maintenance hours are 416. Concentrate. This 416 is when no production is done on weekends. So tell me, is this included in 2496? No, it is not included in 2496. Why? Because it is done on weekends. This 2496 is working hours, right? So not relevant to us right now. During the production hours, machine setup and changeover works are carried out. During setup hours, no production is done. A total 312 hours are required for setup. That means effectively we are not working for 2496. We are working for 2496 minus 312, which is how much? 2184 hours. We'll use this at the end, 2184 hours. Fine. Estimated cost of machine maintenance is 2,40,000. So maintenance 2,40,000. Ideally, you can prepare a separate category for maintenance also, standing, running, and maintenance. Machine requires a component to be replaced every week for 2,400. So we can write it in running costs. Every week 2,400 into 52 weeks, so that is 1,24,200. Component 1,24,200. Sorry, 1,24,800. There are 3 operators to control operations of all 6 machines. Each operator is paid 30,000 per month plus 20% fringe benefits. Fringe is non-monetary perquisites. So total wages of all operators will be what? 30,000 per month into 12 months into 3 operators into, that is plus 20%, so into 120%, right? This is for all the operators, but this is for 6 machines. We need for one machine only, so let's divide it by 6. So 30,000 for 12 months into 3 operators into 120% to increase the wages, that is 12,96,000, but this is for 6 machines, so divided by 6 gives us operator wages for one machine as 2,16,000. कुछ भी doubt है, you can let me know in comments. Electricity. During production hours including setup hours, machine consumes 60 units per hour. During maintenance, the machine consumes only 10 units per hour. Rate of electricity per unit of consumption is 6. This is good. Electricity. During production hours including setup hours. That means in full 2496 hours including setup hours. So in 2496 hours, here I'll calculate, okay, electricity. So in production time, during production time, in 2496 hours, the machine consumes 60 units per hour. So into 60 units, and cost of each unit is 6. So into 6 rupees per unit. So our total cost will be 2496 into 60 into 6. That is 8,98,560. So okay, let's write it together. So this is 898,560. And during maintenance what happens? The machine consumes only 10 units per hour. What is maintenance hours? 416 hours. So in 416 hours, the machine consumes only 10 units at 6 rupees. So that is going to be 416 into 10 into 6. So 24,960 rupees. So total electricity cost is what? 898,560 plus 24,960, which is 9,23,520. Last, department and general works overhead allocated to the operation during last year was 5 lakhs. During current year, it is estimated to increase by 10%. So if it increases by 10%, it will become 5 lakhs into 110%, 5,50,000. But this is for department. that is for 6 machines. So for one machine it will be 5 lakhs plus 10% divided by 6. So for one machine it is overheads, let's write here, 91,667. Check if you have understood this. So there is no other cost, we can just add everything. You should ideally take standing total separately, running total separately. Right now let's take everything together. 2 lakhs plus 2 lakh 40,000 plus 2 lakh 16,000 plus 91,667 plus 124,800 plus 923,520. Total is 17,95,987. This is total. Our effective hours were 2184 hours. 2184 hours. So hourly rate will be this divided by 2184, which is 822.34 rupees. If you see their answer, I guess they have got the same one, but they have made a mistake in presentation. If you see this, 822.34, correct, they have got it, but in presentation they have presented this for all 6 machines, but this for only one machine. That is wrong. You should not present like this. Present properly. Don't make any silly mistakes. Okay, fine. I hope this is clear. Any doubt you can let me know. Fourth one, ABC. Again a good one. ABC questions are always good. You have to go by flow with the steps, then ABC questions are very easy. Let's try. Following budgeted information relates to N Limited for the year 2021. Production and sales units, so there is no stock, production sales are same. Selling price per unit, direct cost per unit. Machine department, how many hours are required for each unit? 3, 4, 5. Assembly department, how many hours are required for each unit? Labor hours, 6, 4, 3. This was machine hours, this is labor hours. Estimated overhead expenses for the year 2021 will be this: machine department and assembly department. Overhead expenses are apportioned to products on following basis: machine department on the basis of machine hours, assembly on the basis of labor hours. So this is as per traditional system. So that is easy. After detailed study of activities, the following cost pools and their respective cost drivers are found. So for ABC, this information is given. You should always check कि ओवरहेड्स का टोटल इज इट मैचिंग विथ योर ट्रेडिशनल के ओवरहेड्स का टोटल होना ही चाहिए. चेक करो. This total is 73,60,000 plus 55 lakhs, which is 1 crore 28 lakh 60,000. Check below total also: 6440 plus 44 plus 9 lakhs plus 7 lakh 20,000 plus 4 lakhs. Correct, matching, good. We'll see that later जब करेंगे तब. As per an estimate, the activities will be used by 3 products: machine setups, customer orders, purchase orders. That is what was there: setups, customer order, purchase order. You are required to prepare a product-wise profit statement using absorption costing and ABC. So first let's do traditional. Traditional is very easy. Let's first do absorption, traditional. Again, I am not presenting in a good way because we have to do it in short. But presentation must be proper. आपको क्लास में पता है, आप आए हो तो. Regular lectures है YouTube पे, can watch. Presentation is absolutely necessary. यहाँ पे I'm just discussing. So under absorption, let's write our 3 products X, Y, Z. As much as possible go on per unit basis, then only convert to total. So selling price per unit is given and direct cost is also given per unit. So we can directly find contribution per unit. Let's see, 90, 50, so 40. Then for Y it is 180, 90, so 90. For Z it is 140, 95, so 45, right? Yes. Let's find total contribution. Units भी लिखते हैं. Units produced oblique sold, that is to be produced oblique sold. They are given as 1,80,000 60,000 in first line. So we'll get total contribution. Total contribution will be what? C into D in my case. So it will be 40 lakhs. Then 72 lakhs. Then 27 lakhs. Okay. Now we have to absorb costs on traditional basis, that is on the basis of machine hours and labor hours. Now consider very carefully. For this we will have to prepare a working note. So absorption rate is what? For machine department will be budgeted overheads divided by budgeted machine hours, right? So for machine department, let's prepare a working note for absorption rate. Absorption rate will be what? Budgeted overheads divided by budgeted machine hours. Budgeted overheads are what? For this machine department. Okay, we are talking about machine department. For machine department, budgeted overheads are 73 lakh 60,000. Divided by budgeted machine hours. How can we find? Understand now. For X, for 1 lakh units into 3 lakh hours, 80,000 into 4, 60,000 into 5, right? Because they have not given total hours anywhere. So we have to find it from here only. 1 lakh into 3, 80,000 into 4, 60,000 into 5. That gives us 9 lakh 20,000 hours. So this rate comes to be 8 rupees per hour. And for assembly department, it is budgeted overheads upon budgeted labor hours, right? So that is going to be 55 lakhs. Divided by budgeted labor hours. How can we find now? Again 1 lakh units के लिए 6, 80,000 के लिए 4, 60,000 के लिए 3. 1 lakh into 6, 80,000 into 4, 60,000 into 3, 11 lakhs. So this is rupees 5 per hour and this is rupees 8 per hour. So let's absorb it here now. 5 per hour and 8 per hour. 5 per machine hour, 8 per labor hour. So point number F, let's write machine department overheads. Now what will it be for X? Understand, it will be number of units into how many hours are taken per unit? 3 hours, right? For X we need 3 hours here, for Y 4 and for Z 5. So 1 lakh units into 3 hours into absorption rate was 8. So how much will be absorbed? 1 lakh into 3 into 8, that is 24 lakhs. Here it will be point number D, production into 4 hours into it, and here it will be production into 5 hours into it, right? So let's calculate. 25 lakh 60,000 and 24 lakhs. Again let's do it for assembly department. Assembly overheads. Again same, production into, now we have to take labor hours, 6, 4 and 3 hours. So into 6 hours into rate is 5 rupees. Then production into 4 into 5 rupees. And production into 3 hours into 5 rupees. Right. So let's calculate quickly. 30 lakhs. 16 lakhs. 99 lakhs. Sorry, 9 lakhs. So we can now find profit as per absorption costing. Contribution minus both overheads. So 40 lakhs minus 24 lakhs minus 30 lakhs. That gives us loss of 14 lakhs. This is 72 lakhs minus 25 lakh 60,000 minus 16 lakhs. That gives us profit of 30 lakh 40,000. And 27 lakh minus 24 lakh minus 9 lakh. That gives us loss of 6 lakhs. So this is the profit as per absorption costing. This is pretty straightforward if you understand this concept properly. Overhead chapter must be strong because overhead chapter is required in every other chapter. So overheads के concept must be strong. If yes, let's go to ABC. Then we'll stop for this session. ABC always go step by step. First, always find cost driver rates. We can do it here directly. So activity cost driver rates. Machining services 64,40,000 for 9,20,000 hours. So it will be 64,40,000 divided by 9,20,000, which is 7 per hour, rupees 7 per hour. Assemblies 44 lakhs by 11 lakhs, so rupees 4 per hour. Setup is 9 lakhs by 9,000, right? 9 lakhs by 9,000 is 100 rupees per setup. Then this is 7,20,000 divided by 7,200, again 100 rupees per order. And 4 lakhs divided by 800, that is 500 rupees. That is 500 rupees per order, per purchase order मतलब. अब it is easy to calculate. कैसे देखते हैं अब, concentrate. ABC का profit statement बनाते हैं. Let's prepare ABC profitability activity based costing. X, Y, Z. Understand, you can start directly with contribution because contribution is going to be same under both methods. That does not affect, overheads don't affect this, right? So contribution total is 40 lakh, 72 lakh, 27 lakh. Okay. Now let's apportion each cost. Let's allocate each cost. First cost is machining services cost pool. This machining services. So let's take it. Machining services. Okay. For product X, now understand machining services rupees 7 per machine hour. Product X can be produced 1 lakh units. Into each unit requires 3 machine hours. Into our absorption rate is 7 rupees per hour. So it is going to be 21 lakhs. Product Y can be produced 80,000 units. Into product Y needs 4 hours. Into 7 rupees is absorption rate. So that is going to be 22 lakh 40,000. Product Z can be produced 60,000 units. Product Z needs 5 hours. Into 7 rupees is the absorption rate. 21 lakhs. Next is assembly services. Again understand carefully. Assembly services absorption rate, cost driver rate is 4 rupees per labor hour, right? Labor hours are 6, 4 and 3. So let's do it again. यहाँ पे 1 lakh units into 6 hours, यहाँ पे 4 hours, यहाँ पे 3 hours. Into absorption rate what क्या था? 4 था ना? Absorption rate was 4, correct. So this will be 24 lakhs. Then that is going to be 80,000 units into 4 hours into 4 rupees absorption rate. 12 lakh 80,000, and this is going to be 60,000 units into 3 hours into 4 rupees absorption rate, that is 7 lakh 20,000. Rest 3 are very easy because everything is directly given. Setup cost is 100 rupees per setup, and they have already given setups of each product, right? So this into 100. So what will it be? 4 lakh 50,000, 3 lakh and 1 lakh 50,000. Let me just write directly. 4 lakh 50,000, you should show the working. 3 lakhs and क्या था? 1 lakh 50,000. Next is also easy. Next is order processing cost is 100 rupees per customer order. Customer orders also they are given. So just into 100, right? So 2 lakh 20,000, 2 lakh 40,000, 2 lakh 60,000. This is order processing. And last is purchase order wala cost. which is purchasing, that is 500 rupees per purchase order. So this into 500 करना पड़ेगा, 300 into 500, that is 1,50,000. Next is 350 into 500, that is 1,75,000. And last is 150 into 500, that is 75,000. That's it. This should give us profit as per ABC. Contribution minus all the costs. So 40 lakhs minus 21 lakhs minus 24 lakhs minus 4,50,000 minus 2,20,000 minus 1,50,000. That gives us 13,20,000 profit. Then 72 lakhs minus 22,40,000 minus 12,80,000 minus 3 lakhs minus 2,40,000 minus 1,75,000. That gives us 29,65,000 profit. And 27 lakhs minus 21 lakhs minus 7,20,000 minus 150 minus 260 minus 75. 6 lakhs 5,000 loss. Best way of verification is always take total of this, take total of traditional also. This will be 29,65,000 minus both minus wale figures. Total is coming to be 10,40,000 rupees. यहाँ पे also it should be same. Check. Correct. 10,40,000 rupees. I hope this is clear to everyone. We have done it in short. Like I said, presentation is a requirement. So for this one, we'll stop at these 4 questions. I hope you have understood the corrections that are there in RTP. And I hope you have understood the questions conceptually. Concept nahi samjha hai, so let me know in comments. No issues at all. So chalo then. For this session, let's stop here. In next one, we'll continue with next questions. Okay. Chalo, bye. All the best.